over to Cityline Summer Sizzle. You know, we've been having such a great time outside talking about all the fun you can have in a backyard, but I want to take it back. I want to talk about childhood memories now, because childhood, a lot of us have vivid memories of amazing summers, and if there was something that you could completely do over from your childhood, I would love to know what it was. Oh my gosh, I want to do over this scene again and again. This dog thinks he's a lap dog. He's not. He's 85 pounds, but I love him. Okay, so I'm going to go to Lisa first. Lisa Chang, if you could do over any summer memory from your childhood, what would it be?
Okay, so you know what? My parents, they were factory workers. They didn't have a lot of money. We couldn't go on all-inclusive vacations every year, like so many of us. But instead, every year we would do road trips to New York, and we would go visit both sides of the family. So my mom's side, my dad's side, we would head right into Queens, New York and see the entire family there. And whether it was, you know, the backyard cookouts or the all-night basement parties or the walks to Liberty Avenue or Jamaica Avenue, so many memories were made. But I have to say, the biggest memory of all was the four of us being in the car for those 8 to 10 hours and just sharing and making memories with each other. It was the best. I would do it over again in a second.
That is so beautiful. And you're right, like none of us were taking planes when we were younger. It was all about road trips. I think that's so beautiful. What a beautiful memory. All right, Tanya, I would love for you to think back to your childhood and tell me, is there a summer memory that you would want to do over?
Yeah, you know what? I feel super blessed to have had a beautiful childhood. But if I'm drawing upon one or a couple, I loved going to Canada's Wonderland. I just thought, you know what, it was such a fun day out. I mean, most kids would go because of the rides or roller coasters, and actually, ironically, I've been scared of roller coasters all my life, so I didn't go on those. But I loved watching the shows, the funnel cake, just basically everything but the rides was super enjoyable for me. So yeah, that's one of my fondest memories, and it's actually been a while since I've been. I should probably go back and see what it's like now.
It's always a good time, whether you're in grade 4 or you're 44. Like, Canada's Wonderland always delivers. And I'm just going to jump in there with my memory, because mine kind of has to do with Canada's Wonderland. I had a babysitter who we called Annie Joan. Annie Joan I thought was my aunt. Sweet little small white woman. I was sure she was my blood aunt. Anyway, she took a bunch of kids every summer, and my sister and I were 2 of the kids she babysat, and she got all of our parents to buy season passes to Canada's Wonderland 1983, 1984, and 1985 when they were like 2 cents, but they felt like a lot of money back then. And every other day, she took us to Canada's Wonderland. So we would either go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or we would go Tuesday, Thursday. We would spend no money. We would bring sandwiches and eat outside on the grass. And the days we were at Canada's Wonderland, we went to the Butlers, which was a family on the street, and they had a pool. It was the best summer of my life. Like summer of 83, summer of 84, I was living the life, my friends. So yes, Canada's Wonderland constantly delivers, and a season's pass is kind of worth it. All right, let me head over to the folks that are just kind of around my house right now. We've got Shobana and Matt. So Shobana, when you look back to your childhood, are there memories? Is there a memory that you'd want to do over?
Oh my God, Tracy, I can totally relate to Wonderland and the funnel cake. So delicious. But you know, my childhood memory is when we would bike around the town, just going to the corner store, buying candy, visiting the creeks, the parks, looking for the cuties in the hood. And it's the small joys, right? Don't tell my parents. But it's the small joys, right? Before adulthood. I just wish I could go back and relive one of those days with my bestie.
Oh my gosh, I love it, Shobana, that's so good. Okay, over to Chef MDP. MDP, is there a summer memory you just want to do over?
Yeah, absolutely, T. So my parents, I had a lot of energy as a kid, shockingly. And my parents were like, get me out of the house. Do anything, just get him out of the house. So I would go to a camp. It was actually at the local YMCA in my hometown of Midland. Shout out, 705, let's go. Beautiful little summer camp. And every week they would do a different camp. So throughout the summer, for a couple months, there'd be like canoe camp, basketball camp, computer camp, which was amazing. You'd play like Carmen Sandiego on like the old school like computers in the library style. The greatest game of all time, I would say. Just fun. We had summer crushes as well. There'd be movie nights, s'mores, and we'd play capture the flag. I used to think I was MacGyver. Yeah, it was the 80s. It was a great time to be alive.
Yeah.
It was a good time to be alive. And sometimes I think about the simplicity, like every single story we heard was not about getting on a plane and going to Europe. It was about going to people's backyards and swimming. It was about going to Canada's Wonderland and, you know, if you're Tanya, not even going on the rides. I would go just for the funnel cake too. I'm in. It's about car rides with the family, basement parties. That's the simplicity I always think about when I think, oh no, I wasn't able to do XYZ for my kids. Like the fur baby that just decided to take off. Listen, it's about simplicity and it's about the memories of being with people. And that's why we love summer. So thank you so much to all four of you for chiming in on that. You took me back for sure.